Hi everyone, it's Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is 99 Gaming and Play Dead Live. Just a really quick video we're doing today to wish all of you guys a happy Thanksgiving, a safe Thanksgiving, and just give a few updates on the channel, a few acknowledgments, and I figured you guys were cooking and relaxing, hanging out, maybe watching some movies, all of the above. Just want to chit chat for a little bit. We got Bones in the house. Happy Thanksgiving. So thank you, Bones. Appreciate that super chat. And let's get some art up here. We need at least some good art. There we go. There we go. That's more. Don't we feel comfortable with that? That's like more our background. Valar, hello, Nine and an Army, Kills, Great Mods, channel members, PDL players, trivia, sponsors, random things. You better believe it. So I wanted to do something. A lot of times we're doing these streams, and it's just, we're so laser focused on the game and the rules and the story and all the cool things. And I just wanted to spend a few minutes tonight to be laser focused on each and every one of you. So I do have to promise you, it will be a little random, but I got a couple shots yesterday, and I'm like out of it. My body is sore, so don't expect me to be super fast, super clever. I am literally, um, I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. So I see Father Ron in the house. Happy Thanksgiving. See brother Fluff Salisbury. Good to see you, Fluff. Thank you for checking in. Well, it is random, but usually there's going to be some topics and there's like a theme. But today was just a little bit more announcements. So I didn't want you guys to be disappointed because you guys are probably like, what are we going to? But if you guys have topics, we can always make it. We used to do Freestyle Friday and make it random things Freestyle Friday. So we'll start out. I mean, I don't have any topics. I mean, we can do some dad jokes. I'm always good at those. But we did this the other day, and hopefully you guys had a chance to think about it, but I do want to get it kind of ingrained in this video. Do me a favor, everybody either that's here live or everybody that is watching the playback, just type something in chat that you are super, super thankful for. Something that you're thankful for. How about that? It could be the same thing that I asked you the other day, or it might be something different. I've got a list. So actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's take the next. No, I'm not going to make it easy on you guys because it's going to be family. It's going to be friends, right? Dr. Di. Here's what I want you guys to do. All right, I'm going to set a timer, and over the next 2 minutes, you have to type as many things as possible that you are thankful for. You guys ready? Until I say stop. So don't give me long paragraph. Don't give me like a whole book. Just give me like a line and then something else and then something else and something else. If you guys are ready, give me a 999. Make it like 3 or 4 words each. It could be like my job, my health, my home, but just make it. All right, we're going to do like a speed round. You're going to have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to put as many things you're thankful for. Dimes, stop cheating. Look, she's trying. Dimes. We haven't even started yet. We're doing 999s, and she's like, she did the 999, but she had to put the 999 family in there. All right, here we go. You got 2 minutes. On your mark, get set, go. All right, see Gemstone in the house. Been cooking all day. House is filled with family and smells amazing from the baked pies. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, so we got Dr. Di, brothers, grandkids, cats, grand pets, hockey, Crown Royal. There you go, Ron. Blueberry pie, J-Law, family, cats, and music. I hear you. Thankful for our group. Julia, Valar, thankful for family, health, love, wealth. I like that. Family, health, love, wealth. Like a rap video. Craven's thankful for Bigfoot. What? And Ghost. And monsters. And Yetis. Okay. I'm trying. All right. Friends and family. Ron, music, dancing, gaming. Gemstone, health. Sheila, thankful for the Ark family. Thankful for great friends. Julia. Gemstone, new job. Bones, thankful for hot air, I think. I'm not sure what that is. Chocolate, Dr. Di. Pumpkin pie. C Kayak likes to laugh every day. J-Law, gaming, The Walking Dead, and Skulls. Gemstone, Arc Sparks, and vodka. It's a good combination. Sometimes, sometimes the Arc Sparks might need some vodka, but they always love each other, right? That's what family's all about. Ron, Job, Cat, Fear the Walking Dead is over. Nice. Crimson, thankful for Vox. Absolutely. Sheila, thankful for her husband. Don't forget ghost spirits and apparitions. Yes. Thankful for sweet tea, Fluff. Retirement. Mom and dad. Ice cream. Oh, we just hit 2 minutes. That's it. That's it. That's it. Stop. Stop. Wow. You know what? I set the timer, and I must have had like another timer in my head, because literally I looked over. I wasn't looking. I was reading. I looked over, and it was exactly 2 minutes to the second. No alarm, nothing. If that doesn't tell you something. Ron being immune to death on Friday nights. So because it is for Gene Simmons, yes, Gene Simmons missing sock. And it's going to be a little longer until we see Gene Simmons missing sock, the band, because the season is extended. But Max Awards are going to be better than ever this spring. They will be better. You guys will love them. We'll have an amazing event, because that's when we did them last year. We did Max Awards like last spring. Fluff Jr. says hi. Yeah, they're not challengeable, Dr. Dye. You can't challenge the timer. Yeah, you are gonna have a whole drawer full of socks and a concert. Not everybody is a Walking Dead player. It's 999, but I do want to ask, because I said Walking Dead player. I meant Play Dead Live player. Woo! Yep, I told you guys. Like, I'm gonna be like just slowly winding down. Kel, who's thankful for a 999 Army family? I know I am. Absolutely. You know what? Because we do have the 999 Army. We've got great Walking Dead streams coming up. But I do want to ask this question. So don't think about it too much. I'm going to ask you a random Play Dead Live question. And I will see how quick you can answer. Okay? On the count of 3, I want you to type your favorite Play Dead Live moment ever in the game. Could be something that was said, something that happened, something that we experienced in your head, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Ron says Vox winning a championship. Absolutely. Very memorable. First casino night. Bones tied to a tree on her birthday. Justice, Riley and Justice. Pet battle. J-Law, first kill. J-Law, first kill or first battle against Amanda? Which kill? Because I remember you and Amanda playing head-to-head before we were even live, like when we were playtesting. Oh, battle against Chuck. There you go. Oh, yes. Oh, good old Chuck. The Holy Hand Grenade. Julia the Paddle Death. Dr. Di, first time she played. Jim, bats in the hair, right, Jim? Sheila, taking Dow's Evoke during the early days. He didn't know what Eli was at the time. Oh, yes. Super Bowl game. First singles championship against Bonnie. That's right, Jim, wearing that black reflective gear. Yep, J-Law and Chuck with the scalpel. First duel match, Busy. Amanda is killed with her firing weapon and then being banned from guns. Yep. First time the group whipped out double unholy smokes. Yeah. And you know, we've done that many times. That has to be some of my favorite Friday nights. I miss those days. You know, people are so careful now, but man, oh man, like 3 years in, we were still doing double unholies. J-Law using clothes for tourniquet. Hellfire and Brimstone doubles. Outlaws versus the Smiling Moons at the Swamp Field with the Will Sickle and the BT7. Tim says rabbit face with the trivia. The colored walls. Yeah, it's funny because, yep. The orangutans with the G, right, Kel? The endless love orangutans. You know what's funny is how we keep layering new memories, right? Like some of the stuff that we're doing now are going to be your memories a year or two from now. I remember, so one of the first experiences, so I'm going off of memory here, right? So I'm not cheating, I'm not looking at anything. Was with Play Dead Live, it really started in the bar. Snowy night, concert, couple of drinks. And then heading down to the bathroom, and then everybody going crazy, running out, getting in cars, driving places, and then going down that abandoned area. So there were two things. There was the play test building up to it, the practice, and then driving away. Some actually thought it was too gruesome. I had a person message me 4 years ago and told me they were quitting Play Dead Live because the visual of Grady slicing someone in half from head to toe was traumatic. And again, I mean, this is true. And that's okay. I mean, I understand. Like, if that traumatized you, shouldn't play. So I'm not making light of it. It's just we were very visual. Y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember? Well, I know J-Law does, because that's when J-Law and Amanda were really, we're running through. The car got broke down. Exactly. Grady's greenhouse. So the car broke down, out of the car, through the woods, and going through this kind of weird creek. And there were some spiders. Somebody stepped in a bear trap. And finally got to that old shack. And Grady's parents were downstairs. And then there was the shed in the back, and then the greenhouse. And I don't remember who it was, But I remember when that shed opened up, Grady took that axe and sliced somebody in half. And then we ended it in the greenhouse. And that was kind of I don't remember. I don't remember who it was. But I do remember that kind of planted the seed for Grady's Resin Restore. Yep, the flowers caused you to pass out. And that was all kind of, I feel like we started in August or September, and there were around 12 weeks worth of Friday nights that we were playing. And that was kind of the whole buildup, the whole, preamble to Play Dead Live. It's like it happened, but then we started, it really never happened, right? Because we officially started January 8th, almost 4 years ago. And the real Play Dead Live was the back of the truck. That's where it all started. Thrown in the back of that military truck, driving through town, on your way to the asylum. And, sometimes we have Tiny Rick that'll pop in here. And Tiny Rick is the one that stepped out of line to kick him in the spinach. That did not work out very well for him. So then you guys all got sprayed down, processed. Wargo. Yep. Started with that tire iron. Everybody was looking for weapons. I think probably of the first month, my favorite thing, and I know it's simple, but it sticks in my mind. Y'all remember when you got out of the jail cells and you went through the gymnasium and then climbed down and you were at that staircase and you stayed at that staircase for like 30 minutes? Like nobody did not want to move past that staircase? I'm thinking like, we got to get to the next part of the story, but nobody wanted to move. They were afraid. Everybody was afraid to go to the next level. It's like, what have we gotten ourselves into? Yep. I feel like Ray, I know you guys fought the twins. I think this was before Ray was Ocean Man, right? Ray, I think you were the first person to die in Play Dead Live. Because I remember we didn't have resin restores. We had res potions and we had system restores. And back then when you died, you lost all your XP like to half the level. So everybody was like almost level 1, and then Ray died. Ray went back to like half level. Yeah, we had some really, really good stuff tied into that. Because I think that we're going to get to a point where Hogwarts might be just as memorable as the first couple chapters. Wizards of the Wild West. Castle of Gavel. So I like to do this every once in a while because I'm super, super, super thankful for the first couple years. And as I look at each one of these titles, I can remember something memorable about each one. So there's a lot of vivid memories from the Asylum in year one. But then the final chapter of the Asylum, when that chopper shot the missile into what was kind of a gymnasium where you guys were at. Well, I guess it's more of an auditorium, right? It was an auditorium. And then the hole in the wall, really, you guys had to exit and started down the path. And who would have thought that you'd be on your way to Crowley's farm? Crowley, now there's somebody that you guys have a history with. That is. From the jail cell, J-Law, there was like a cipher inside the jail cell. And each group had to find the clues to open the door. And I think, to me, Crowley's Farm, what was nice about the Asylum to Crowley's Farm is in Asylum, it was random groups that were split up. In Crowley's Farm, it was the men went one way, the women went the other way. And what the men experienced and how the men reacted and how the women reacted, it was just pretty wild. So, so let me ask you guys this, because we did have some picture visuals. If you think about Crowley's Farm, the way to Crowley's Farm, it's almost, and the way the game has always been, is it's almost like, I don't know if you guys ever play like Baldur's Gate or some of the old, maybe D&D games, where you go from, or Castlevania. Anybody ever play Castlevania? Or Contra? Anybody ever play Contra? So Play Dead Live is kind of like you start and then you go through and then you get at a checkpoint. And then you get through and you get to another checkpoint. So Crowley's Farm, the mission was really to get to Crowley's Farm. And what I remember is after you guys split up and you got reunited, because basically what was happening is you guys, there was a river, and the guys went to the left and the girls went to the right. Or the ladies. And the ladies were dealing with a demon, And then the guys were dealing with an alligator. And after they kind of figured it out to get past that, you guys got back and you had to walk through a city that was a hologram. And then at the top of the hill, you gathered firewood because it was getting dark. And then the firewood made you guys go crazy. And then it was that impenetrable dome. And then shortly after that, you were on your way to crypts and catacombs. But before you got to crypts and catacombs, that was when you were in the castle. That was the first time that we had used video. How many people remember the first time in chapter 2 when we walked up to the castle and you saw the hands and the blood was dripping down from the hands? Then we got to meet up with Bracken's again. Or at least Bracken's wife and his daughters. All the way to the top of the castle. And then once you got to the top of the castle for Crowley, you went all the way down to the basement and then went down that cobblestone at the end of it. And that's where we transitioned to crypts and catacombs. Crypts and catacombs had the ice cavern. Not sure which bow was there. But I think Will found his bow. But each cave was a checkpoint. And still, one of my favorite videos was you went through the ice and then you went through that one part of the desert at the end. And then remember the explosion at the end of the video? It was blurry, but you saw Brackens looking over the top of you. And then we transitioned over to Jigsaw's Jungle. So it's really, really wild stuff as we went through the year. And that was only April. That got us to April. Yep. Priest and clerics got taken. Exactly. That's exactly what they did. So you guys have done some amazing work. And, you know, as we went through year number 1, year number 1 was really planting the seed, the experience. But one thing I loved about when we transitioned to year number 2, we got into Clone's Chambers. We got into the Circus of Dread. Circus of Dread was chapter 15. And it was the first time I actually wanted to write more of a D&D type of module. And probably, and I still have people mention this to me to this day. How cool was the roller coaster in the Circus of Dread? Was that wild or what? Literally, we had people getting on the roller coaster like, I want to ride the roller coaster again. Crazy stuff. Yeah. You know, I think, Jim, 2 of my favorite, certainly Jim's story was really, really good. Jim's story and the Saw Boys. Like, there were some really emotional chapters in that. The Saw Boys story was July of the first year. And I think Jim's probably late August. Jim's was the Morgue of Mirrors. So you guys went from, so we had this really cool event, right? We had Crimson Cove, and then you guys are kind of, you escape Jigsaw, you get to Crimson Cove, you're battling the pirates. Remember all the pirates? Like Bonnie still, she's like, I need that hat, I need the hat. So that had some really, really cool storyline with all the different pirates. And I remember the Neptune fight. You know, you guys are sitting on the beach. And then here comes Neptune walking through the ocean. And then here comes missiles from Brace. And you guys got a chance to leave. And I remember Fly Rod, like, there was lava. it was bad for you guys, right? That was the first time you guys ever experienced the walls. The color walls were in the burning bay. So you get to the beach and you got these color walls. And you're having problems with them. And then you got Neptune. And then you got lava. And then you got missiles. And all you got to do is leave. And Fly Rod's like, we're not leaving. And then other people are like, oh, yeah, we are. And they're like, okay, we'll stay. And literally there was a timer. This whole island is about to blow up. And then Ocean Man saves the day. I mean, he's Ocean Man. Neptune. And I enjoyed that video too. So after you guys got out of the burning bay, who remembers the video of you guys, like, you're on the raft and Ron, I think, was skydiving or parasailing, and you guys are just going to the island. And we got this real, you know, kind of reggae type of music, this happy music where everybody's going to the island. And that was the first campfire, and I love that campfire event. That campfire event was awesome. We actually had everybody submit something about themselves that nobody else knew, and then we played a game and had to guess it. And that is one of my favorite transitions in the game because while you guys are enjoying the campfire, you saw the video of the Saw boys like running through the woods, and that was their island. That's all they knew. Ripsaw, Hacks, Jiggy, Buzz. And in watching that video, you actually see, you know, we touched on abuse, that they were barbaric because they grew up on that secluded island. Nobody around to protect them from their own dad. So you started to create this feeling of, do we sympathize with them? Do we fight them? So initially it was like they were your enemy, and then the more you saw it, it was like they were confusing. And the whole purpose of the Saw boys was to be very confusing. And you killed 2 of them, by the way. Now, they got resurrected, but you did kill 2 of them. But I don't know, I'm just more, I guess, motivated. And here's why I wanted to bring up a lot of the nostalgia parts of Play Dead Live, because that story, that passion has not changed. When you guys go through the Castle of Gavel and I see the fighting and the story with Gavel, and and I know, if Jason was here, it'd probably be like Vlad, right? You guys remember the Jason Vlad story? But I felt like Wizards of the Wild West and Castle of Gavel, the last 5 months, basically, those 2 chapters, a lot of that was outdoors. Some of it was indoors. To me, it felt very, very much like the first year of Play Dead Live. Especially Wizards of the Wild West, as you guys were climbing Rust Mountain. And then you got that duel. And the next thing you know, you got the Dark Dealer and you're bidding on artwork. I mean, what a wild transition to go from, single duels I think the Bounty Hunter intro, J Law, and I think that my favorite Bounty Hunter story is probably the Dark Asylum, year 3. Because after 2 years, you finally get the backstory and then the torture of the bounty hunter. So you guys knew that you could hire this person, or there was a history with the asylum. But I think it was the Dark Asylum, And how cool was the Dark Asylum? That electric chair, that was creepy. And that's year 3. Watching like all those people in black and white, like looking through the glass at the electric chair while you guys are trying to solve a puzzle. And I still think that, you know, I don't know. I like Jim's story was really good. The Saul boys are really good. But man, I got to tell you that intro video. And look, Castle of Gavel. I love the Castle of Gavel intro video too. But the video going into the Dark Asylum with the snow globe and kind of, you know, the snow is falling, you know, and you got kind of this song, and then you realize like shortly after the music starts, you got this guy in a street getting gasoline poured on him to get lit up. And it was so Reservoir Dogs. Like that might be my favorite video. My favorite intro video, I think, is Dark Asylum. And then you got the guy in a straitjacket, like, you know, okay, so 2 things that inspired me for that. That video, and that's why I liked it so much, is the dude getting gasoline poured on him was inspired by Reservoir Dogs. The person in the straitjacket shaking was inspired by Guns N' Roses' Don't Cry video. And Coma. Both, because in both of those videos, you got Axl like looking at his hand shaking. So, yeah, those 2 things were kind of my inspiration for that. But really, really cool when we get to do some of the behind the scenes stuff. So, look, I'm going to make an announcement. I'm not going to keep you guys super, super long because we are going to do a holiday event, and it's going to be more nostalgia than tonight. So, I don't want to spoil everything. But the reason I have to tell you that and I have to tell you this, I got a just a real quick set of events. So obviously I want you guys to have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. So enjoy some relaxing time, enjoy some good food. Friday evening, we're going to do our Black Friday event, and we're going to give the finale to Castle of Gavel. It's been an amazing adventure with Castle of Gavel. Several months to find it, and then you're learning a little bit more about Gavel and time travel. And then Saturday, who knows what we're doing Saturday night? The box event. The box event, right? Because we were going to do it tonight. All right, so this is what I need you guys to do. How many people love the box events, right? You reserve the boxes. We do one a month. You got it locked up. You're good to go. You can't wait to get these new legendaries. You know, we do one event, and you've already got boxes reserved for the next event, right? Yeah, absolutely. So normally we do a box event, and October, you reserve it because we only have so many boxes, and then you're reserved for November, and in November you reserve it, and then you got a box event for January. Wait a minute. So if you reserve a box this Saturday, it's going to January. So that must mean that I got a memo from Secret Santa that the December Boxel event is funded for each one of you for the third year in a row. Secret Santa is coming through for all of the Play Dead Live players. So those of you that reserve your boxes, which you always do, when you reserve Saturday night, that'll be for a January event, which will be year number 5. So you will reserve. If you want a box in the next event, you message Kel like we always do. Some of you guys have it on standing order, and that will be a 5-year celebration. But before we do that, Secret Santa has got all of you guys covered for our holiday event. And I keep telling us, I'm like, I'm going to tell everybody who's, because I can't keep a good secret. I'm going to tell them, and they're like, no. People need a little magic. They need a little Santa Claus. So I'm not ready to reveal Santa yet. So don't bug them. Don't bug people. Don't ask me. They really want to be anonymous right now because they want it to be about the event and about the spirit and about the magic of Christmas, not about a person. And I respect that. I don't keep secrets very well, but I've done this now for 3 years, and I've kept the secret. So I'm going to keep it as a Secret Santa. So that will be coming up for you guys. Now, here's the deal, okay? You have to be here. You have to be here on that night, and it is the 23rd of December. It is on a Saturday. That is going to be our holiday event. So we put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and this person invests a lot of money for you guys. It is not me. It is not me. It is a person that understands the spirit of Play Dead Live. December 23rd. So December, next Saturday, a couple more announcements. We are getting a very, very big portal update. And by big, I'm telling you, when we did the slides this week, the developer said to me, we thought there would be more. We're getting close. We think we'll have this all done by the end of November. That's a week from now. Next Friday. I'm sorry, not next Friday. Next Saturday. If you can. If you can't, you can. I understand. If you can, next Saturday night, jump in and help us test the portal for 30 minutes, for an hour, for 2 hours, whatever. We do what's called a stress test. So the more people we get doing things at the same time, it just shows the integrity of the site. Everything that got fed back to me, I've rolled up. Some people said we can't log into the fishing game because we're on a tablet. We don't have a keyboard. Developer said, we will get you a keyboard. We asked for quantities. They're working on quantities. So this is going to be very, very close this next week. Amy, Julia, Kel, Bonnie will be with me on Sunday morning. We're going to come up with a plan We're going to do some prizes, some giveaways. So if you guys can, try to be there. If not, we understand. But this is a pretty important testing if you can. I will be working on inventory. I'm thinking it's almost my last inventory. You never know, but we are getting closer. So that's kind of what we got lined up this week. With that being said, I want to keep this around 45 minutes. I am a little bit over. So thank you guys so much. Next week will be Portal. The week after that, we got Pet Battles. The week after that, Pet Grand Championship. And then the week after that is our holiday event. So we're fully booked for the month of December. Thank you guys so much. We're going to keep doing this as long as you guys will have me, as long as you guys enjoy the experience. We're getting ready to close our 4th year of Play Dead Live, and maybe we can get 4 or 5 more. You guys have a great night. Have a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe, and I will talk to you all Friday night. We'll see you. Peace.